want your goddesses or partners with more of a feminine essence to open deeper to you, you have to learn how to accept and receive the full flavors and weather patterns of the storm of the feminine. So you can't say, I like this, when she's full and luscious, because if you want a sexy, wild, vivacious goddess on every level, what that comes with is... it comes with it all. Yeah, it comes with it all. You can't have a man in all these areas and then expect a switch to turn on and she's like a blooming feminine being in bed. And here's how you do it. The key is, and you're going to practice this today, and we're going to do that very soon, to learn to stand in the feminine in all her glory, whatever moods and flavors of emotion. Because as she opens to her deeper feminine, the first stages she'll go through in the beginning of this work is thinking feminine expression of pain, anger, and hurt is third stage, which is not. But she won't know that until 5 years later if she keeps up the practice. She'll think that her expression, which is mostly first stage toxicity, she's trying to get rid of shit that she's been holding on to. You have to go through that patience phase. Because unless you're really doing this for about 7 years to 10 years, you probably will only take home about 1/10 of 1%. But if you don't start somewhere, you won't get anywhere. Does that make sense? So the key is this. As she's in her storm, whatever it is. No, stand by for a second. As she's in her storm.
I'm ready.
As she's in her whatever feminine energies. I, like a sailor, you know whenever there's a crisp thunderstorm, you ever seen that? A lot of people are in terror. They close their door, they hatch everything up. But a superior man has the ability to stand there and love it and breathe it. Like, you know the crackle, the energy after a rainstorm or during a rainstorm, all the negative ions in the air, the electricity, the life force that's there? I want you to practice. Next time there's a storm, put on your finest clothing and go outside. Put on your finest clothing. That's the way to meet the goddess.
I would like to say to the men that in as much as the Satyan was giving the example of the woman who's wide open, you know, when you walk into the room and she's already there. There is a comparable part to the man. And the man walking out into the storm like this. Now that's good. That's good. That feels good, that you can take the storm, that we know that you can handle it. But you know what is really great? Is when you are terrified of the storm, and we can see that you're terrified, that we can actually see it in you, that you're not hiding it, and you're still walking in the storm. That is f***ing sexy. And so you don't have to hide what's going on for you. Be there. You can be weeping. You can be pissed off. Be pissed off. But don't go anywhere. Stay there. Now that works.
So from here, so as whatever mood she goes through, in the first stage when she's like this, what do I want to do? Who needs this, correct? Second stage would be, hey honey, please share with me. Go ahead, I want to communicate. Now, in the second stage, for her to express her feelings, and you want to understand, by the time she has to put her feelings through her mind, through her verbal cortex, all of that, and come out and express it, it's already changed and it's a lie. It's already distorted, a lie, and it never feels fulfilling enough. Who knows what I'm talking about? So the idea is that most women, when they're angry, what is really going on 99% of the time is she's not feeling the flow of love. She's not feeling the flow of love. So what we want is masculine people, because we value emotional silence and stillness and nothingness. We want her to continue to express until it gets flattened out and everything gets resolved into smoothness and peace. This is a highly masculine it's a skew that's been taught even to most women, that anger is no good. And we must come to a lessening of anger. That only comes from the first stage damage that we've done in anger in the first stage. In the second stage, you repress anger. The third stage, you express as love's anger. The reason 99% of the time the masculine gets angry is because they feel the constraints of life, the constraint of bills, this, kids screaming, the wife is doing this is happening, I got to fix my car, I can't get my job done, I'm not making enough money, etc., etc., etc. How many people know what I'm talking about?
They feel trapped.
Trapped. So masculine anger comes from the feeling of trapped. Feminine anger comes from the hurt of not feeling their heart opening and the flow of love getting worse and worse to the point where it's become toxic anger. In the first stage, you splat, you just, and you let it out. And in its worst vile version, it's slapping, it's hitting. And that should not be stood for, and we need to move beyond that. The second stage, you repress those energies. Okay, I really need to be felt and heard. I need to express, and there's times you need to do that. In the third stage, you open as the full expression of it while staying heart connected, while you're angry. We're going to practice that this afternoon. Would you like to learn that skill? Because then, rather than taking hours to deal with stuff, it's moments.
And rather than taking hours of trying to be different, be you. Be you. Be exactly you. Be as putrid as you can be. But don't just save it for yourself. It's an offering. It's a gifting. Whatever you're feeling, don't check in. Take too much time to check in. The time is past. You could be dead. How can you serve the other person in that? How can you awaken them to their deepest purpose or their deepest gifts, longings, desires for love, love's flow?
Are you ready to learn that?
Hey, how was that for you? Was that inspiring or what? Now, time to get off of the sidelines. Participate with us. And you know what? You have that opportunity this October. And so in order to take part, in order to participate with your partner, what you've got to do is click the banner below. We've got a video for you. Satyan and I are coming to you in a video, and you're going to watch all of that. Fill out your contact information, press join. You're on your way. We're going to give you a call, and there you go. You'll be at our next event in October, and we look forward to seeing you. Do it, because everything else can wait.